I'm back with another video, this time commentary on the viral video called Line Goes Up, the problem with NFTs made by folding ideas. He's actually Canadian too, which is pretty interesting. This was a viral video because the topic was thoroughly researched to just such detail. I would really suggest if you're interested in the NFT space to watch this video. It's not very marketable, relatively. And most people just rather look at the cool pictures and the cool JPEGs of NFTs, but I really suggest watching this just to understand more about how cryptocurrency works in general. I want to talk about this video because it's talking about the issues when it comes to cryptocurrency and NFTs in general. And I also want to share some of the comments that have been appearing because just share some critiques and some commentary when it comes to this topic. So the first comment saying, I've already watched this video about 6 times. Well, I've only watched it once. Raspberry says, I'm sick of people bashing the obvious utility of NFTs, the ease which I can look at a person's profile, see their involvement with NFTs, and then identify them as a blood-sucking sociopath is revolutionary. So Raspberry here is hinting at the fact that people are posting their NFTs on their Twitter profile, as their YouTube profile as well, because of the fact that they're not cheap, right? And people spend money to buy these JPEGs, buy these images that are not real, they're just images. And they spend money to buy them, and of course, you know, if I purchase a new car, I want to show it off too, right? So this is talking about the fact that, well, I can tell right away if these people are sociopaths because they have the NFT logo there, and the NFT, they've shared it on their page. And that way they can tell, maybe hinting at their low IQ or whatever the case is. All right, this comment here. TK series. I work at a relatively small art commercial gallery dealing in the local art. My boss is very keen to get into NFT market as a way to seem as innovative. I've seen so many artists looking to jump into NFT bandwagon for fear of missing out, for not being modern enough. And they're also thinking about risking losing. But he's saying that I foresee 99% will do nothing but lose money, and so if it's a buy, and it's normalizing NFTs. So he talks about that it's useful for digital art, and could be used for making money, but then there's also like gambling, funneling money, stolen art, scams. So all of these aspects here is let's jump into kind of the main problem that this video is talking about, which once again I encourage you to watch. So like many technological platforms, the concept is useful and the concept inherently can help people. So artists who are looking to prevent defamatory stealing art, NFTs, essentially it's like a cryptic key that you can own. So you can sell digital art online, and that can be very empowering for digital art creators. The problem is that the space like OpenSea for NFTs is not regulated, and even if it is, it's regulated with pro NFT people at heart, meaning that it's the concept of vested interest or invested interest. I forgot what the term is, but essentially is that NFTs, they put the people into this vacuum. So it's an echo chamber. So everybody who is in this echo chamber, they're all spewing toxic positivity when it comes to NFTs. So everybody thinks that NFTs are good. But the problem is that it doesn't necessarily mean that NFTs are good in a sense where people are using it to launder money, people are using it to wash money as well, and then they sell to themselves. Like there's a lot of issues with it. The fact that you can have a crypto account so quickly and be able to own one makes it really easy for you to just sell to yourself and keep inflating the price. So then people will just see, oh, this art is selling out like crazy and I should be investing in it. So the fact that 99% of them will do nothing but lose money, I kind of feel like that's the case, because what you will gain is you will gain the NFT, and if you really like it, if you really like that image, then that's great. But if money is more important to you, there's a high chance that you're going to be losing money for that. So some of the other, I like this comment here actually. Kirby gives the suck. The one market that cryptocurrency has successfully disrupted is the market of fraud. Gotta be one of the most apt ways possibly to explain the whole situation. Fraud. I want to talk about this video because I've been in the digital space for 10 years, and I know that there's been many scams online. And NFTs really, at its core, is a system that can scam people. Crypto itself is also a system that can scam people. Crypto and NFT both conceptually have ways of benefiting society, but because of the way that it is unregulated, and also because of the fact that it's just the Wild West and people are inherently trying to take advantage of other people, that's why it disrupted the market of fraud. Because I know like 20 years ago, I would see pop-ups talking about like, oh, how to talk to women, or like, oh, how to improve your life, or how to lose weight, right? Like and then they scam you because they sell you a product over the price of what they actually do, and that's how they profit. Now, this is 10 years later, 20 years later, NFTs, coins, Bitcoin, and all of that is just another pathway to getting scammed. A very basic way of scamming somebody for crypto is promoting a coin and saying how it will revolutionize the world, and having somebody promote it, and then once the coin value goes up, the initial investor pulls the money, which is why it's called a pump and dump, and also called a rug pull, because then they would have taken your money. It is essentially a technological system that people are leveraging to take money from somebody. It's just that instead of them physically reaching into your wallet and taking it, you have an account, you buy the coin, and then the coin goes to zero. The value of the coin goes to zero because the person has taken the money. Okay, now talking about NFTs. One thing they talk about a lot here is the fact that people, aside from using NFTs to launder money, which I know art also is used to do that, but NFTs essentially, they can wash their money too. And what happens is that because they can create multiple crypto wallets, people can inflate prices. It's like looking at a stock market where it's like, okay, this person has some new art and they are starting to sell it. And then you see, oh, holy, somebody bought this, it was selling for 50 and now selling for 70. Oh, somebody bought it for 70 and it's selling for 100. And then you just need one person out of the thousands of people who are looking at this, one person to be like, okay, I need to buy this because I know it's going to go up in value because it's been going up in value. But what they don't know is that that value was inflated by people with the same vested interests, people who, whether or not they are people who created that NFT in the first place. So really, it's fake demand that's being created. And because of the way that the crypto system is, it is anonymous, which has its benefits conceptually, but it just leads to things like this happening because of the fact that they can just buy their own art and keep cycling it and increasing its value. So I think that's the main thing I in terms of like this video, what it's talking about here. And let's look at one last comment here by Sonia. I think this is pretty good. This is what Folding Ideas said. Cryptocurrency does nothing to address 99% of the problems with the banking industry because those problems are patterns of human behavior. Their incentives, their social structures, their modalities. The problem is what people are doing to others, not that the building they're doing it in has the word bank on the outside. This is why I love reading comments, because this is such a good quote from this 2-hour video. What it comes down to is the concept of human behavior. I think crypto, ideally, it had a very idealistic thought where, you know, it can have decentralized financing and banks will no longer have power. But because of the fact it's not regulated, banks don't have power. There's just other players in the market who are taking advantage of the system and having power. And that goes back to what I was talking about when it comes to crypto and NFT and how it's a scam. Because you can scam people in many ways. You can be a snake oil salesman. It's just that now there's another vehicle for people to get scammed and for people to lose their money. There's many different vehicles. It can be a landing page. It can be a web page. It can be a fake product. It can be some Western Union money transfer. It can be pretending that you're renting a property and taking that person's money, but the property is not yours. The point is that it's not the banking industry that has the problem. It's the human behavior that has the problem. And similar to the banking industry, right now, the crypto and NFT has a lot of people who are trying to push this, partly because of vested interests. Like, I don't doubt that most of the people who are trying to promote this, they have money invested in crypto, so that's why they want to promote it. But it's also, they want to promote it because they believe in the good of this coin and they believe in the good of the system. And it might be good. It might be a good thing. But it's the same for banking too. A lot of reps, a lot of financial advisors I talk to, they're genuinely trying to help people, right? Like 3% returns, 10% returns. They're trying to help customers make more money. But the problem is not with the banking system. The problem is not with the crypto system either, because ideally it can work. The problem is with the people and the inherent issues that people have, which lead to people getting scammed and people losing their money and people being gullible, buying NFTs and thinking that it's a good investment, when in reality there's a lot of problems. So that's kind of my feedback when it comes to this video here. I think it was a really good video, and overall it has generated a lot of discourse and discussion about NFT, and I think it's good to see perspectives, because there's always going to be vested interests. Just like how even when I talk about growing on YouTube, I believe that you can grow on YouTube, but there is vested interest because I'm already on the platform and I want the platform to thrive and to encourage people to use it. So that's going to be it for today's video, talking about the concept of NFTs and the problem with it. Line goes up, and if you're still watching, they talk about line goes up because it's like as long as the line goes up, they're happy. And that's kind of what crypto mania kind of can be. I'm going to link some of my other videos talking about YouTube or any other things I like to talk about in general here. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of me, more of my type of content. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.